Good morning, Ichigo, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bleach, episode 24. Wow, we are cruising through here. 24 episodes already under wraps. I hope I can keep this pace. It's so unlikely, but I hope I can keep this pace. So this episode, honestly, the majority of it was just meh. It was just them learning how to use the big rocket cannon that, the Shiba clan possesses, how to control the spirit energy. Ichigo, once again, exhibiting the fact that he's terrible at that sort of thing. That's why he never really uses Kido throughout the series and such, because he was never formally trained. He's more of a combat only. He's got high spirit energy, which allows him to do certain things in fight and combat, but outside of that, it would actually be impressive if he could perform basic Kido, because he really just can't. He's got too much spirit energy, and when he tries to push it under control, he can't stay focused long enough, and it's very difficult for him to do. That's all showcased here in this episode. It's also showcased a few other things, like the defense of the Serite, how the city is protected, the Seki Seki Rock, all that fun jazz, right? So that was all interesting, but for the most part, that was meh. What we do get, we don't get to see all the lieutenants, but we get to see a few lieutenants. We get to see Tensuzanmon of the 7th Division from Captain Komamoro. We get to see Momo for the first time, and we see Rangiku. Yeah, she's probably going to be the thumbnail. No, actually, there's such a good shot that's got to be the thumbnail, but unfortunately, we'll have a Rangiku thumbnail, don't get me wrong, because Rangiku is here, and I'm happy. She is not my best girl. I'll admit, I like Rangiku. She's in my top 5, but she's not my best girl. That would, of course, go to, Yoruichi, in all honesty. And for those of you who are only watching my Bleach reviews for the first time, and you've never read Bleach, never watched Bleach, you're going to wonder if hashtag not a furry, but is a furry is going to be the new thing sort of idea, right? So, but either way, yeah. This episode showcases us some of the lieutenants. We get to meet them sort of idea. And the only really big thing to take away from this episode that really matters, they're going to enter the Serite. They enter the Serite this episode. So, it's fine, Danny. We get a little bit of background about the Shiba clan, about Ganju not wanting to help Soul Reapers. What about their brother, killed by a Soul Reaper by the looks of it, blah, blah, blah. You know how I feel about Soul Reapers. We're going to help them. Kakaku Shiba does her own little ceremony with a glass of sake with her clearly dead brother and all this stuff. And we don't know who this dead brother is yet. We know nothing about this. Of course, it's Kaien Shiba, and we know all about it later on and how this all worked out. Honestly, the Shiba clan has terrible luck. The Shiba clan has some of the worst luck in manga, because they fell from grace because of circumstances well outside of their control. And honestly, I'm pretty convinced that at least not so much Ganju, who never really showed up and did anything in the 1,000-Year Blood War. He was intended to, but didn't. The sister? Yeah. She is easily lieutenant class. Easily. Like, once again, it's stated by Byakuya later on that the 4 great noble houses, which used to be 5, Shiba included, used to be 5, are blessed. The reason they're the noble houses is because they are blessed with children that constantly exhibit huge amounts of spirit energy. There's no doubt these people become lieutenants and captains and seated officers in the Gotei 13. There's no question that's how powerful they just are from birth, right? So that is really interesting, because Ganju doesn't display that, but his sister kind of does. His sister does. Easily lieutenant class, low captain class to me, no question. I just wish we really got more of her. Because we never get a fight with her in the run of the series, and that's a shame, because that whole prosthetic arm thing, she seems to be more of a Kido, and I think, is it Hakudo? Is that their hand-to-hand combat? I always forget the names sort of idea that they use, like Shumpo and that kind of stuff, for just doing a Dragon Ball Z movement, right? So, either way, really good episode, for that at least, giving us a little bit of background into the Shiba clan and stuff. Once again, not a bad episode, just a little daunting, just watching Ichigo kind of fail at controlling spirit energy, which is something we've already known about. The other big thing, the Gotei 13. We get to meet everyone except one. Ironically, we've actually met this person, but all the captains, all present captains of the Gotei 13 here. We get to meet them all, except for Captain 13's Ukitake. But we've already met him in a previous episode. We didn't see his face, but we heard his voice, and we know who he was. So Captain of 13 we haven't really truly met yet and such. You know, the voice of War from Darksiders and multiple other animes and such. I mean, what a badass. And I believe he does Rude in Final Fantasy VII, if I'm correct, in like the Advent Children and the animated things and stuff like that. I'm not 100% on that, but I think so. Yeah, really, really good voice actor. So we get to meet them all. We've already met Kenpachi and Gin and stuff, of course, and Aizen, but now we get to see Captain Squad 12, of course, Marie Kurotsuchi, and we get to meet Hitsugaya, who some people hate. I know Tekking doesn't really like him, but a big fan favorite. Had to hold the Diamond Dust Rebellion movie, the whole thing made from him and such like that. A huge fan favorite, loved by everybody pretty much, or majority of the fan base. We get Yamamoto Genryusai, and we get Soifone. I don't like Soifone. Just all of them. We get to meet them all. There's Tozen, there's Shunsui. We get to meet all the captains here, with the exception kind of one. And they only basically each get one speaking line, so to speak. I don't think Komomoro says a thing. Yeah, I don't think so. Neither does Unohana, or Byakuya for that matter. But either way, we finally get to see them all here. They're disciplining Gin. And in the middle of that, it's the Serite is under attack. The Serite is under attack. All squads, report to your stations. The Serite is under attack. The Ryoka? It can't be. They were trying to say that Gin Ichimaru, of course, he went there alone, unauthorized, went and repelled the Ryoka, but A, failed to kill them. You know, and, well, that's just the big thing. Failed to kill them. That's the big thing they took away from it. And he basically says, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. It's like, yeah, but you're a captain. Captains don't mess up. You messed up for a few Ryoka. No. I don't buy it. I don't believe you. And they were getting on his case. They were getting on his ass. And then we get the big alert. And that's basically the end of the episode. We get a shot of Rukia and blah, blah, blah. So, pretty good episode. I like that now we're starting to be introduced. We haven't met all the lieutenants yet. But we have now officially technically met all the captains. You could make the exception for one captain we haven't truly met yet, but yeah, so that's really cool. So now we're getting into the thick of things. We're jumping into it. We see what the captains look like. We know they all wear the white Hiyori. This is gonna be fun. This is going to be a fun, and now they're into the city. We're past that little bit of that rocket stuff, and now we're going to get into the fights. We're going to see the fights. This is going to be great. I honestly can't wait. We got all the Ichigo fights are stellar. We get the Ishida fight, which is great. Chad's fight is great. We get a lot of great fights, honestly, here. So I can't wait. What did you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe. If you've been following along, episode 25 will be coming out soon. And we'll catch you back here next time. So, see you guys later. This has been Griever, signing out.